What is going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. It's early in the morning. It's Monday, November 11th, Veterans Day. We got snow out here. We got ice out here. And I'm in Illinois right now. And I have to head west. If I even get this load got messed up, so I don't even know if I'm still picking up the same load. But it looks pretty nasty out there right now. It just started overnight. I don't know exactly what time because I was asleep, but it's not looking good out there right now. But today is Veterans Day, and we have a very important topic to talk about, and we are going to get to that in a minute. Like I said, it's snowing, it's ice, it's cold. It's like 25 degrees outside right now. That's why I got my big reflective coat on. So stay tuned, and we'll get to it in a minute. This is what I'm dealing with out here right now. It is cold, snowing. Snow is continually coming. Ooh. About to hop in this truck. Turn this heat on. We're gonna talk about a few things. Oh goodness. Hold on, y'all, hold on. Bear with me for a second. Get this heat cranking in here. Second, y'all. Give me a second. Alright, y'all, what's up? We back, and as you know, today is Veterans Day. First of all, I want to say salute and big ups to all the men and women out there that have served or are currently serving or in the process, beginning that process of getting ready to serve. Big ups to you and salute and mad respect to you. From one veteran to another. I understand and I know the sacrifices and hardships that you have went through and are going through. So I just want to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and I appreciate what you're doing for the country, for your families, and for yourselves. Now, on the other note, I want to talk about something that I think is really important, and that is, even though today is Veterans Day, I don't think that many people touch on this subject much because it's a pretty it's a pretty unwanted topic to talk about, and that is the suicide rate among veterans and active duty military. on a national average, there's about 25 service members or veterans that take their own lives every day. And that's pretty high. You never really know what people are going through, and being a veteran and knowing some of the hardships that I've been through in my career, it's definitely tough to deal with sometimes. There's been times where I felt like that I wanted to just let it all go and just give it up. And I had, thankfully I had people on my side to talk to. I had friends that I could talk to. A lot of my family members don't know about, things that I wanted to do, because it was, I just tried to hide it from them. But a lot of things were tough, especially after deployments. A lot of things were tough for me, and I didn't see another way out. But by the grace of God, I had people to talk to that knew something was going on and helped me get through it. There's a lot that we deal with as veterans, and there's a lot of weight put on our shoulders, and sometimes you feel like there's really no other solution besides the ultimate solution of not being here anymore. But if that's what you're going through right now, please find somebody to talk to, because taking your life is not the way out. It's not going to solve any issues. It's only going to make the issues that you have worse for people that love you and people that are around you. And I say this because it's happening way too often. Being in the Army for 13 years, you build up this mentality that you have to be tough, which you do. You do have to be tough, don't get me wrong. But being physically tough also comes with being mentally tough. And sometimes you have to put that pride and that ego and that mentality aside to go and seek with somebody that needs to listen, and not just talk, but just be there to listen. That's what I was looking for. Somebody to just listen to what I was going through and let me get stuff off of my chest. Because for the longest time I bottled a lot of things up, and it was just not good at all. I was unhappy with myself. There were certain things in my career that I was unhappy with, that I wanted to change, but some things were just out of my control. And I say that to say this, is that if you know a veteran or know a service member that's currently in the military, or you have a friend, a family member, or a spouse or something, reach out to them and just get them to talk and make sure that everything is okay. Sometimes it gets to the point where we don't want to talk, but there's the times where you don't want to talk, but you have to, because you feel like you got to get stuff off of your chest. A lot of times, like I said, I just wanted somebody to listen, and these veterans and service members that are taking their lives, I don't know their individual situations, but I'm guessing they did it because they just didn't have anybody to talk to. And a lot of times that's just what we're seeking. Don't ever feel like you're too busy to listen to somebody that has problems. And that goes for anybody, whether they're in the military or not. The suicide rate in this country is entirely too high. And we have to do something about it. We have to do something about it. And whether it's just sitting there listening to somebody or referring somebody into the right direction to get them the help that they're searching for, or just being that rock that somebody needs, or being that go-to person that somebody needs. No matter what I'm going through now, out of all the people that I've served with in my 13-year career, there is definitely more than a handful of people that I can go to. Even if I don't talk to some of the people that I serve with, I could hit them on Facebook or Instagram, or if I have their number, text them and say, hey bro, or hey sis, hey, I'm in some kind of a situation right now, I don't know what to do and I need to talk. And a lot of them will drop what they're doing and they will give me their time. And that's what we have to do. We have to be willing to, give somebody else a few minutes out of our busy schedule to help them, so they don't have to take their own lives. Among service members, it's definitely hard, especially when it comes to deployments, because of the things that we see of being in war and seeing people killed and losing, friends and everything. And it's definitely tough. It's definitely tough. Being in a combat zone is not easy at all. You have to stay mentally capable to deal with some of that stuff, and some of it is just overwhelming and overbearing, and it is hard to deal with sometimes. But in the long run, you have to find somebody to that's willing to listen and is willing to give you advice if that's what you're looking for, or seek the help that you're trying to get. And I get it, I get it. Sometimes talking to the VA doctors or talking to the psychologists and stuff on posts is not worth the time, because I've been there and done that myself. But just keep in mind that they're here for you also. They're here for you also. I don't know who this message is going to reach, but I feel like it's going to reach somebody out there in the military community or in the nation, period. It's going to reach somebody, because somebody needs to hear this. The Veterans Day thing, of getting a free meal and all of that, and people thanking you for your service, that's all well and good. But I feel there's more to Veterans Day than just getting a free meal. A lot of us are battling these inner feelings and inner enemies, and we don't know how to get rid of them. And some people don't have anybody to go to because they're by themselves. They're alone. They don't have any family, or they don't connect with their family, or their family doesn't want to talk to them, or they don't want to talk to their family. But if that's the situation you're in, reach out to somebody that you serve with. There's always at least one person that you have connected with while you were in the military. And I have tons of people that I connected with. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, if I were to message them at any point, you know, and letting them know that, you know, that I had an issue going on and I felt some kind of way, that they will be willing to give me their time and their ears and to listen. And that's what we need to do to stop this, because we're losing too many good people to suicide. It's a very, very serious issue in this country. And as far as service members and veterans go, you know, there's a lot that the military, the different branches of the military and the VA is not doing correctly to stop this plague. And putting people on meds only helps so much. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, or they need a different environment to be in, or they need some type of social change to get their mind off of this stuff. You know, for the longest time, I battled things in, but I held things in and was battling with things in myself. But at the same time, I was still living my day-to-day routine. You know, I would still go to work, do my job, still laugh and joke with people and everything else. But on the inside, I was hurting, and I was hurting bad, and I didn't know how else to deal with it but to think about just taking myself away from here. And like I said, it's tough to deal with. You know, I've never really told anybody about this except a few people that I have as close friends that, you know, from the Army, and they were the ones to help me. Along with my doctors that I was talking to, my psychologist and my VA doctor and all of that, and I thankfully got the help that I wanted. But that's the first step, to know that there's an issue and then seek ways to resolve that issue. Don't ever feel like, you know, you're too tough, or you're too bad, or, you know, whatever the case may be, that you can't seek help, because one person can only take so much. So please get out there and get the help if that's the road that you feel like you're about to go down. We don't want to lose any more active service members or veterans because they didn't get the help that they needed. I just felt like that I had to put this message out there, and as always, please feel free to comment if you need to talk. You know, I'm always here to talk if anybody needs help, you know, talking about any issues. But we have to do better. We have to do better. Spouses, family, friends, you guys have to reach out and check on your active service members or your veterans, and just make sure that they're okay. Even if it's just a simple 30-second, 1 minute, you know, phone call that says, you know, hey, I was thinking about you, I'm checking on you, how's everything going? what you up to today, just start there, and then you never know what the next step could be, where you could get them to open up and talk about some of their feelings and what's going on in their mind. Because like I said, we don't want to lose anybody else. I don't care how long you serve in whatever branch you served in, if it was, a year to 40 years, it doesn't matter. We all go through the same type of thing when it comes to dealing with certain stuff. The hardship of being away from home sometimes can take a toll on you, or not being used to being away from your family for so long, or whatever the case is. It definitely can take a toll on you, and it can be something that can really mess with your head. So please reach out, talk to some vets, talk to some active service members, and don't just thank them for their service. Just make sure that they're doing okay. And we want to get out there and enjoy the festivities for Veterans Day and all of that. But it's, like I said, it's just more to it than that. I'm about to get off of this thing here, y'all. I'm in Wilmington, Illinois right now. And as you saw before, it's snowing out here. It's been snowing since sometime early this morning. And we are expecting about 3 to 6 inches today. And it's already maybe a ½ inch on the ground right now. So I'm waiting to get a load. I'm at a Petro truck stop waiting to get a load. But as always, man, especially for today, to all my vets, all my service members, past, present, and future, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you're getting out there making the ultimate sacrifice of serving your country, and you are dealing with a lot, and I understand. So I do thank you from one vet to another. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much. I'm not in uniform anymore, so you're out there protecting me and my family, so I can be able to provide for my family day to day, and I appreciate that. Until next time, guys, I love you. Be blessed, and as always, stay motivated, stay hungry, and never accept mediocrity. This is Charm City Trucker, and I'm out this thing, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.